Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Hari, oh, thank you so much. You guys are great. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacha Stottara Sarasri Srimad Charanarvinda, His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Gaura Premanande, Hare Bol. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you. Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Ram Chaivam Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayadmudiraet Nasta Prayestu Avadresu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavate Ruttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistuke Yamsyanubhavam Akhilam Srutisaramekam Madhyatmadevam Athitir Satam Tamandam Samsarina Karunaya Purana Guyam Tam Vyasa Sonamupayami Gurur Muninam. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, the creation of fourth order, chapter 21, instructions by Maharaj Prithu, text number 13. Ekadasin Mahasatra Diksha Tatra Divaukasam Samazo Brahmarshinam Cha Rajarshinam Cha Sattama Ekadasin Mahasatra Diksha Tatra Divaukasam Samajo Brahmarshinam Cha Rajarshinam Cha Sattama Ekadasin Mahasatra Diksha Tatra Divaukasam Samajo Brahmarshinam Cha Rajarshinam Cha Sattama.
Ekadasan Mahasatra Diksha Tatra Divokasam Samajo Brahmarshinam Cha Rajarshinam Cha
Sattama.
Ekadasi
Mahasatra Dikshatatra Divaukasam
Samajo Brahmarshinam Cha
Rajarshinam Cha
Sattama.
Rajarshinam cha sattama.
Ekadashin Mahasatra.
Ekadasin Mahasatra.
Mahasatra Samajo Brahma Shinam cha Rajarshinam cha sattama.
All right, Ekada.
Ekada.
Once upon a time,
Once upon a time.
Asit
Asit
took a vow.
Took a vow.
Mahasatra,
Mahasatra.
great as sacrifice.
Great sacrifice.
Diksha,
Diksha.
initiation.
initiation.
Tatra, in that function.
In the function.
Diva Okasam,
Vivahokasam.
of the demigods.
Of the demigods.
Samajaha,
Samaja.
assembly. Brahma Rishinam,
Brahmarishinam.
of great saintly Brahmanas.
Great saintly Brahmanas.
Cha, also. Raja Rishinam,
Rajarishinam.
of great saintly kings.
Great saintly kings.
Cha, also. Sattama,
Sattama.
the greatest of devotees.
The greatest of devotees.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki. Once upon a time, King Prithu initiated the performance of a very great sacrifice, in which great saintly sages, brahmanas, demigods from higher planetary systems, and great saintly kings known as Raja Rishis all assembled together. Let's repeat. Once upon a time,
Once upon a time,
King Prithu
King Prithu
initiated the performance of a very great sacrifice,
initiated the performance of a very great sacrifice,
in which greatly saintly sages,
in which great saintly sages,
brahmanas,
brahmanas,
demigods from higher planetary systems,
demigods from higher planetary systems,
and great saintly kings known as Raja Rishis
and great saintly kings known as Rajarishis,
all assembled together.
all assembled together.
Purport. In this verse, the most significant point is that although King Prithu's residential quarters were in India, between the rivers Ganges and Yamuna, the demigods also participated in that great sacrifice he performed. This indicates that formerly the demigods used to come to this planet. Similarly, great personalities like Arjuna, Yudhishthira, and many others used to visit higher planetary systems. Thus, there are interplanetary communication via suitable airplanes and space vehicles.
So it was. That's there was. It's not are. Thus there was. Is that what it says in your book? Last sentence?
Thus, there was interplanetary communication, right?
It are.
Oh.
Sorry, but
By a suitable, airplanes and space vehicles. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Guravi Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayan Dadate Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurau Sri Yuta Padakamalan Sri Guron Vaisnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastuti Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindabanesware Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriya. Vanchakalpataro Vyaksha Kripa Sindhu Vya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaisnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Mukham karoti vachalam pangolam gayate girim Yat kripat tamaham bande Sri Guron Dinataranam. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Ekadasin Mahada Mahasatra Diksha Tatra Divaukasam Samajo Brahmarshanam Cha Rajarshanam Cha Sattama. Prithu Maharaj is inviting all the great personalities, great kings, saintly peoples, general people, because he has to rule on this earth. He was a great king. There were so many other sub-kings in different sub-states, but he would be the chief of all of the kings. And as a king, his dharma is to keep all the citizens satisfied and engage in their activities, prescribed duties. So, in that assembly of King Prithu, he was inviting all the Rasa Rishis, Brahma Rishis, not only those, all the demigods from the heavenly planets. Srila Prabhupada is specifically pointing out the interplanetary communication and in this verse. Demigods would come and Pandavas, Yudhishthir Maharaj, Arjun, and great kings would travel to heavenly planet. Arjuna received his Gandiva Dhanu, the powerful weapon to fight the war in Mahabharata, was given to him by somebody, heavenly people, great personalities. He would go. And even Krishna is a supreme personality of Godhead, but when he was performing his pastime in Vrindavan, he was traveling with his beautiful wife to heavenly planet. And he had a fight with the king of heaven, and he had brought the special flowers, parijata, to this earthly planet. I do not know if it is Rukmini or Satyabhama, one of them, liked that flower very much. It bloomed in night time. When moon rises, with this divine sign of the moon, parijata flower flourish at night time with very special aroma, beautiful fragrance, aroma, very nice. And when in the morning, the flowers fall down on the floor. And in Vrindavan Dham, On the season, devotees make beautiful garland out of parijata flower. Parijata flower. I have made a very severe offense to parijat flower long before, and I caught here. I still have one. We have a big tree at home, and it was like obstructing the way. And I was cutting, but that the thing that I was cutting, I came to my leg, and then I was like running, like dancing like this. Later on, I did not cut that tree. It is coming from heavenly planet. We do have our parijata tree here too, in this temple. If you have not seen yet, go by the pond next to the peepal tree. You will see parijata. And so there are stories of great people traveling through the different space without, maybe with or without suitable, Prabhupada says suitable aeroplanes and space vehicles. After Krishna, he completed his Bhauma Leela, the pastime on this planet. By his own sweet will, by his own sweet arrangement, he had to depart to his spiritual abode. Krishna Sodhama Upagati. He has to go back to his original abode. And there was a hunter. The hunter was shooting, thinking there was a deer, beautiful deer, but it was not deer. Krishna was inspiring that hunter to shoot him so that Krishna would need some reason to live his so-called body, because his body and himself are not different. And Krishna left from this world on his same body, not changing like we do. And as soon as Arjuna returned from Dwaraka Dham, bringing this message with a very pale face, very sad and face, just by seeing his sad face, Yudhishthira Maharaj was already having some doubt in his mind and asked him, what happened? Did you do something wrong? Did you offend some ladies, or you do something wrong with them, or something bad happened? There were so many bad omens that he could sense. Then Arjuna was revealing, okay, we have lost our friend, supporter, and everyone. He has left and returned back to his home, so we are alone. We do not have anyone now in this world. By his grace, we were able to overcome. We were able to win the war of the battlefield of Mahabharata, and we were protected from so many atrocities of Pandavas at different times. And he was saving us at all time. That same friend and family member, our well-wishers, our protector, the Supreme Lord, is no longer with us. So all the Pandavas were really devastated by hearing the message. Especially Yudhishthira Maharaj was the leader. And immediately after, the news was there, Maharaj Yudhishthira thought it is not any better for us to live and enjoy this kingdom. We have to hand over this power to our right heir, and then we have to go back to heavenly planet. Parikshit Maharaj was coronated as a king. They gave all the responsibilities. And immediately, without any attachment or any sense of sadness, they left the whole kingdom. Not having any food or money on the way, with no clothes, no shoes no shoes or anything, the barefoot, started walking back towards the north direction, to Haridwar area. All the Pandavas. Okay, King Parikshit, handle this state. And as they were going, all the Pandavas, nobody was helping each other. Just walk, walk, walk. Food, no food, thirst, hunger, everything was there. They just keep walking. In all the other Pandavas, 4 of them, they were ascended to the heavenly planet, not in the physical body, but King Yudhishthira was going on his own physical body, because all of them had some impurities in their life. Some of them had pride of their knowledge. Somebody had a pride of their strength. Somebody have a eating a lot without considering any fasting days or anything. So but Yudhishthira Maharaj was Dharmaraj, is the king, the religion embodiment of religion. He had never committed any offenses to any other people in his life. And all this, in that whole journey, there was a dog following them, all the Pandavas. That dog was in disguise form of Dharmaraj. He was testing the religiosity, the truthfulness of Yudhishthira Maharaj. And at the point when Maharaj Yudhishthira was about to take part to the heavenly planet in his own body, there was a dog that he wanted to take that dog with him too. No, and the carrier from the heavenly planet, this is a dog. The dog cannot go. The dog will stay here. And you are coming with us. Please come on the board. We don't have much time here. Maharaj Yudhishthira was kind of sad hearing that news. This dog has followed me in all my steps, in all my difficulties, in all my journey. So if he is not allowed to go, then I will not go too. I stay back. I am happy here. No worries. Because that dog was testing Yudhishthira Maharaj's dharma. And when he was like, no, without him, I cannot go. Then that dog came back to the beautiful personality. Okay, I am this here, I'm going too. Don't worry. Let's go. So that was possible before, to travel from one planet to another planet. And we have a very famous example, Narada Muni, who always does so. Travels from here and there. And they are very humble. They do not have that pride that I do have this strength to travel from one planet to another planet. Always humble. And if Krishna sees that pride in somebody's heart for being the devotee of him, then he will correct them. Sometimes correct them. Do you know Saubhari Muni? Saubhari Rishi Muni? He was doing tapasya under the water for thousands of years. Once he offended Garuda Dev. In one of the bhajan, it is said that if you offend me, my holy name will deliver you. I can excuse your offenses if you do to me. You can do prayaschita, you can do the lamentation, no special sacrifice, then the offenses committing on me will be excused. But if you commit any offenses to the lotus feet of the devotees or my devotees, then there is no paritran, there is no deliverance for such people. So Saubhari Muni was doing tapasya under the water, the big lake. A lot of aquatic creatures, Jalachar. The living being lives on the water are called Jalachar. The living being they live on the land are called Sthalchar. We are Sthalchar Prani, living being, live on the planet, on the earth. And Garuda is the greatest devotee of Lord and carrier of Lord Vishnu. By nature is a bird and it hunts places like birds, fish, whatever comes on way. Devotee of Lord Vishnu, but he eats meat. Yeah, according to his body, he do that. When a tiger is very hungry, he does not eat grass. When a cow is really hungry, if you offer him meat, she doesn't eat meat. They follow the principle, nature's law. But human beings do not. They are devouring everything. That is the problem. We are most civilized people on the planet, most intelligent people on the planet. See? Confirm? Somebody is confirming. But we do not follow the nature's law. Nature has given us so many things to eat. Vegetables, fruits, nuts. By the grace of mother cow, milk, yogurt, cheese, curd, whatnot. But we are so greedy, we want to encroach somebody else's food, and we suffer a lot. Prabhupada says, I have an alarm set up from Prabhupada words. Every morning, 3 o'clock, Prabhupada starts speaking. Like every government, they have like the police department to punish to the bad people, whoever do not follow the rules of the state, the police department will punish them. Similarly, in Krishna's government, Mother Nature is the police force. She will punish people whenever they do not follow the instructions, whenever they do not cooperate with this law. So that was the nature of the Garuda, the bird. A tiger, when he kills a deer, there is no any offense, there is no any bad karma for a tiger. But when we do kill animals for our taste, then there is a heavy offense, crime for us, and we get bad result. So we need to be very, very careful what we eat. By our food, our consciousness is developed. By our association, our habits are formed. So if we do not sustain ourselves on the food that are on the mode of goodness, then we lose our human qualities and we degrade ourselves and we fall into the lower species of life. Ado gachanti tamasa. Tamasa, when we follow the tamasic behaviors in our food, then we fall down into the lower species of life and we enjoy that thing. So Saubhari Muni was a great rishi, is a very, very austere personality. He had that pride that I am great, tapaswi personality, austere personality. Nobody can come and touch the fish where I do tapasya. Nobody can do any violence here. He chastised Garuda Dev. You cannot do it, Garuda, here. Go out, find some other place. Garuda, as a humble carrier of the Lord, devotee of Lord, he decided not to argue with him. All right, I can find my food anywhere else. My Lord is providing me abundance amount. So why should I stick here and then argue with him and then fight? Left. But Krishna heard from that incident. The Vishnu did not like it. Oh, my devotee is offended. And now Krishna is now going to punish Saubhari Muni very in a subtle way. He withdrew that mood of austerity from Saubhari Muni. And the lust, the Kambasana is now coming back in the mind of Saubhari Muni. And some incident happened. Some saw the family feast, having some fun time, enjoying with the family, wife, husband. And all of a sudden in his mind, oh, I wish I had a family, wife. I wish I could marry. His mind is changed. When we do serious offense to the devotees, that's what happened to us. Krishna will withdraw the taste or interest in our chanting. Oh yeah, no need to finish my 16th round today. No worry, I already did it. Or I can do in my mind, remembering Krishna. It doesn't have to be like grab a bead and chant all the time. And we start thinking like arguing, oh, yes, what I'm doing is correct. I'm still Krishna conscious. This is okay. In Kali Yuga, manasik, mental sadhana is the best. Slowly, we stop doing our sadhana. It's because of offense. And Saubhari Muni was now, oh my God, what to do? And came out from the water. He has a long hair, like growing under the water for thousands of years. Some like the crabs, some fishes were still hanging in the hair. And there was smell coming out from his body. And then he approached a king called Mandata. He had 50 daughters. 50 daughters. And he came to the king and begged for one of his, dear king, I am such and such great rishi. I have acquired so much power by my austerity. Now I need to settle down with a family. I am approaching you to beg one of your daughters. The king, when he saw the says, he was like, oh my God, how am I going to give my daughters to such a sadhu who has, his body is like, not even, his body is not good. He has long hair and then smelling. He looks like a beggars in the street. And if I say no, then he might curse me. He is a very powerful Brahma Rishi. Oh, I'm in big trouble now. Then he thought, okay, if you want to marry now, I will have you go to my palace where my 50 daughters are living. And if whoever wants to marry you, if they want to marry you, then you get it. Not a problem. Then Saubhari Muni was, okay, let me go. On the way he thought, if I go in this form, nobody will nobody is going to like me. Nobody will choose me to marry. So I need to do something, some mystical changes in my body by my power of all those great tapasya. And he used his pious account from his austerity and then said, "My Lord, make me young, energetic, beautiful, attractive man." He, in no time, he became a very young, attractive man, and all of them, the 50 daughters wanted to marry him. I want to marry to him. I want to marry to him. Everybody was following him. So my point, we do not go to the story now. My point is, because of his little offense to Garuda Dev, he had to lose his goal of tapasya. He had that pride. I am the controller in this water. All these fishes, all the fish in this lake are my subjects. So it is my duty to protect them. So in our life, we may achieve some success in our devotional career, in our devotional journey. We may have advanced in our consciousness, in our purification, and obtain like higher position, big, pure devotees. But always remember, hey Krishna, please keep me under your guidance and lotus feet. Remove that pride from my subtle consciousness. When we pay our obeisances to the Lord, we always do from the left side. That is, we are accepting ourselves, the subordinate to the Lord. We are accepting ourselves, we are the servant of the Lord. And when sometimes we pay obeisances from the right, like here to there, that means in our subconsciousness, we are thinking I am Krishna, I'm God. That is what it is written in the Niti Shastra, that if one pays obeisances to the Lord from this way to that way, on the right side, whatever we have done in the past will destroy everything. That's what it is. That may not be our intention that, I am Krishna, so that I pay obeisances from the right. But in somewhere in our subtle consciousness, we have that tendency. So as long as we remain humble and do what we do continuously in Krishna consciousness, we will advance and we will understand everything. So Krishna is checking in you every time. What are you doing? Like Parameshwar Prabhu, who goes everywhere, distributes cases of Bhagavad Gita every day. Never come and says, I'm the number one. I have never heard from him. He is very humbly says, oh yes, it's what to do. I am doing by the order of my spiritual master. It all glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to my spiritual master. I hope I will do more to please my gurus. That should be the intention. Intention is to please our spiritual master by doing so which our spiritual master can please his spiritual master. And his spiritual master can please to his spiritual master, and ultimately we can please Krishna. This is the ascending process of bhakti yoga, devotional service. And when we chant Hare Krishna mantra every day, we have to have the same mood, my dear Lord. Whenever we should do this, I am massaging the lotus feet of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Just feel like that. I'm just massaging the Lord. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. With a humble state of mind, when we chant the holy name and remain in devotees association and study the Bhagavatam and do our service, whatever is given to us, then we become beautifully Krishna conscious personalities. We remain pure in our consciousness, and we are protected by Krishna's energies. Krishna has multifarious energies to protect his devotees. And in their pure state of mind, you can see those great personalities traveling through the planetary systems. You can see it. We do not have to find the stories only from the Satya Yuga. Even in Kali Yuga, there are great Mahatmas. They can see through their chakshu, through their spiritual vision, all these great alien beings. And the goal is chanting Hare Krishna. It's stop here now. It's 41. First question from Srimati Lalita Devi.
So the story about the dog.
Yeah.
I always love that story. But sometimes, among devotees, there's kind of this like we're encouraged to not have pets, and that can be like a stumbling block for new people sometimes. And so I was wondering, like, how is the attitude different, or is it different? Saying like, okay, I'm not going to go without my dog to the spiritual world, versus the people that cannot leave their dog at home when they come here to the restaurant, and it's not a service animal. So how do we reconcile the kind of two seemingly different ideas? There seems to be like a discouragement to having pets, because they're unclean and things like that. And so I was just wondering how you can make sense of both.
Yeah, it is, especially when somebody says that in America, Western world, it will be making no sense to the people, because for them, like, dog is God.
Right.
And more than anything, they talk so much about dog, my dog love me. Oh, I cannot explain enough how much people love dog. But in many scriptures, you say that we should not let the dog come in the house, inside house. They are very impure. And if one is touched by dog, and he has to take shower, even coming to the temple, and all these things are there. So devotees, I do not personally. I do not keep dog inside my home. And other devotees, whatever they want to do, they can do it. But in scripture, it is said dogs are our friends, but we should not let them come in home, inside. But it is time, place, and circumstances. And in modern world, people use dog for their companion. And there's many reasons. So I do not argue with people, and I do not say anything bad for them. But personally, I do not keep myself. And sometimes they give reference to Yudhishthira Maharaj, and he loves dog, but that dog was not dog. It was disguised personality, just to test Yudhishthira Maharaj's conviction and faith and his religious principle. So I do not hate dog, but I do not keep him inside my home. All I can say about myself. Not any other input on this? Haribol. Sri Sri Gaurnitai ki.
I think it's just a practicality that we're, trying to live as long as souls, certain dogs